My name's Danielle Dupuy, and I'll be your sideline sports reporter for the duration of today's game. Today, the Humber men's volleyball team are facing off against the Mohawk Mountaineers, which hopefully will be a standing position. Right now, the Hawks are doing phenomenal. They're going on a 4-game win streak, hoping to make tonight 5. And for more on the game, up to our commentators. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Andrew Milani with my broadcasting partner here, Adam Lucier. As Danielle mentioned, that opening, Humber off to a very strong start, starting off the season 4-0. And Adam, what will Humber have to do here tonight to continue that win streak?
When you have a team as talented as these Humber Hawks do, and head coach Wayne Wilkins, the guy he's able to put on the floor, it's really as easy as just putting forth your best effort and bringing that A game. You look at the big names like Cayman Wilkins, who's been on fire so far this year. And let's be honest, the Mountaineers are a middle-of-the-pack team. You would consider this a winnable game for these Humber Hawks. So it's important that the team gets off to a quick start as they look to take advantage of the Mohawk Mountaineers. Absolutely.
You said it right there. Humber with a few star players on their roster, and they really have to be at their best if they hope to keep this win streak going to 5-0 and hopefully catch up to
Fanshawe, actually.
Yes, thank you, Fanshawe, who is off to a very strong start, of course, 5-0 right now.
Absolutely. Humber's going to need to keep pace with those Fanshawe Falcons here, as both teams are currently undefeated.
We're about ready here for player introductions.
Nice little crowd gathered here at the Hawks Nest to catch the men's action. Women's team earlier on tonight, they took out the Mohawk Mountaineers by 3-0. That was a pretty impressive show by the ladies.
Yeah, of course, that was a very impressive game. We had the pleasure to call that one, and that was, of course, a lot of fun. Rosella Falcomer, of course, coming up big for Humber, as she was named player of the game with a few big kills there, especially like all throughout the match, really, to keep Humber in that one and to eventually lead them to victory.
Yeah, deservedly so for Falcomer. She had quite the night, but our attention now turns to the men's side of the volleyball, and let's hope these Humber Hawks can stay undefeated as they face the test of the Mountaineers, who currently sit 3-2. That'll be good enough for 5th in the Western Conference.
The thing to watch out here for tonight is as we get ready for Humber's player introductions.
Get ready.
We get those great player introductions there as we're about ready to start this game. And Adam, looking at this Mohawk lineup, Humber will have to contend with that pretty big front line that Mohawk puts out there. Of course, led by number 19, Turkish Witch, who is a big 6'9".
Yeah, a lot of size on the side of the Mountaineers, but not to be outdone as few big fellas in that Humber lineup. We'll see how much size plays a factor tonight as Jake Gomes will get it started off.
Mohawk is third in blocks per set on the season, so that could be a factor here tonight. Ball is put up. Nice save there by Kim. Wilkins just able to get it over. Wilkins puts it over, leading to a point by Mohawk as they take the early lead here in the first set.
Yeah, that's Michael Kong. Really been an important part of this Mountaineer lineup as he leads the team in kills. He'll be a really big part of the offense here tonight for Mohawk.
Kong with the serve, but that one just goes over, and he'll hand Humber their first point of the night. Wilkins here will get ready to serve for Humber.
Mohawk's going to need to clean that up pretty quickly if they want to hang with this tough Humber team. Can't give away too many points.
Ball put up. The point there will go to Wagner, as Humber will just be able to get a hand, or they're able to get a hand on, but just unable to keep it up.
Yeah, a lot of intensity so far to this one as both sides seem fired up.
Nice ball there, fired over the net, as just able to get it over the Mohawk block there for Humber's second point. Game now tied 2-2.
Rafael Hilario with the point there. You see them crank it off the block of Mohawk and down for a point.
Ball put up and spiked down. Mohawks there takes the lead, 3-2.
And that's Turkish, which we've mentioned before. He stands ahead above the rest at 6'9", and he'll be a force to reckon with at the net.
Using all 6'9" of his length there. As that's Rafael Light putting it right into the net and handing Humber a point, tying it now 3-3.
And as we mentioned, it's a little too early in this game to find yourself in a hole, as Hilario will try to get the Hawks out in front.
Ball put up. Kong fires it, but just a little too long. Humber takes the lead.
Yeah, a bit of a surprise shot there by Kong. Wasn't expecting him to attempt to spike that far back in the court. A little too much mustard on that one.
Hilario getting ready to serve again.
Great serve.
Ball stays alive. Nice big block there by the Humber front line. That's Turkish Witch, or excuse me, that was Light before. Humber with the point. Mohawk's bench was fired up. They thought that point was theirs, but the ref points to the Humber side. As theirs point is Hilario will get another point, chance to serve here.
Really like what I've seen out of the Humber blockers tonight. Really having good timing and getting up in multiples, 2 and 3 men going up to block Mohawk.
Really working effectively as a unit, just as Hilario sails that serve just far. And that Humber lead is cut down to 1. Owen Keegan getting ready to serve. Second-year player out of Mississauga.
Nice dig made.
Sadiku tried to put that over, but as that big Mohawk front line keeping that one from going over.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it here. Sadiku trying to get it over, but a nice timing on that block.
Or once again, the point there will go to Humber, as the block there did put it out of bounds.
Booming serve.
Yeah, nice serve there by Sadiku. Point there for Humber.
Double hit, says the chair umpire. That violation will award point to Humber, who jumps out to a 3-point lead.
And not much argument on that call. Just some sloppy play there by Mohawk. Sadeko with the serve again. Oh, nice dig there by Hilario. Ball's just put over.
Right on top of the net with that one.
Back on the Humber side. Oh, nice kill there.
With authority, number 14.
That's Blakely Lopez there with that kill. Fourth-year player out of Collingwood, Ontario. A nice play there to put Humber up by 4.
See that cannon unloaded on that shot there. That'll get the boys fired up.
Absolutely. Sadeko getting ready to serve again. That one just sails a little bit long. Point to Mohawk.
A little bit of mind games maybe coming from the Mohawk bench here as a couple bench players are shouting out.
Counting down there.
Maybe saying the Hawks players are a little too slow with their serves, but that surely won't affect them.
Oh, beautiful kill there by Wilkins. And that's what Humber's going to need to see here tonight, as he is their offensive leader this season.
Yeah, an absurd number. A third of the Hawks' kills this season, 49 out of 161, went the way of Cayman Wilkins. So he'll obviously be very important to this offense.
Yeah, normally you would worry that one player is taking up so many of your points, but when you have a player as effective as Wilkins, I don't think it's something to worry about.
Yeah, not too much cause for concern with number 0 on the floor.
Oh, nice play there by Hilario. Fontana just unable to to settle that one down, and he puts that one into the crowd. We'll get a nice replay on that one.
Yeah, Fontana getting perfectly square with that ball. Great positioning, but just with the velocity coming off his arms, unable to keep it in play.
Yeah, it didn't matter that he threw that right at the Mohawk player. It was just too hot to handle. That ball is put up. Nice block by the
Colin Skanes seemed to hang up in the air for ages there on that block. So he had some hang time to put that one back on the Mohawk side.
And as you said before, this Humber front line doing a really good job. You can tell they're really in sync with each other, really working well as a unit. Doing a good job getting around that net and keeping Mohawk from getting the ball over. So we got a replay here of that one.
Skanes using his size at 6'8". So you see him say no, no, no. A little Dikembe Mutombo finger wag on that attempt as he won't allow it. Mohawk's gonna have a timeout to talk it over.
Yeah, Mohawk looked like they were keeping up with Humber in the early stages of this set, but as it continues to go on, that set just continued to get away from them as Humber eventually built this lead up to 5.
Yeah, feisty start for the Mountaineers as they battle tough against a very, very talented Humber Hawks team, as we've seen so far tonight, but kind of getting away from them here with a big 5-point lead, going the way of Wayne Wilkins and his squad.
And Humber gets ready as their team takes the court again to continue this first set. That's Jake Gomes getting ready to take the serve.
Jake Gomes leads the team with 19 service aces. So definitely a man to watch as he offers up this one.
Yeah, Gomes along with Wilkins, one of the 2 big stars on this team. Oh, and as I just mentioned Wilkins, a massive kill by him there. He just smacked that one down with authority.
Right on cue. Absolutely no hope for Mohawk as we take a look at that point here.
Yeah, just a beautiful spike.
Blink of an eye, and that one's to the court.
That's another double hit penalty for Mohawk as they hand another point over here to Humber as they take a 7-point lead here.
Yeah, you won't get that by the chair umpire, and ball's back in the hand of Gomes, not the guy you want if you're Mohawk.
That ball just barely makes it over the net. Fontana puts it up.
And that one goes off the official there, but did go in.
Right. That was Light that put that over, but seems to be a little bit of confusion here as it looked like Humber got awarded the point. Yeah, they will. Score now 14-6.
This one getting out of hand rather quickly.
Gomes with the serve. He puts that one just a bit long, and the serve will move to Mohawk.
Uncharacteristic serve there by Gomes, but Mohawk will take that one as it's Michael Kong now will get things started.
Yeah, Gomes kind of a serving specialist to uncharacteristically throws that one away.
And that's 2 serves now for Michael Kong and 2 service errors. So a man that they rely quite a bit on. They're going to need him to clean up the serves if they hope to stay in this one.
Yeah, he's not having his best night. He's going to have to get his game together quickly if Mohawk hopes to stay in this one. As, oh, a nice little cheeky play by Sadaku there.
Yeah, I like that floater.
And another big spike by Hilario. And Mohawk just unable to get control of that one. There's another big point there for Humber to put them up now by 9 as we get the replay there.
That's a big kill. That went a mile high off the hands of the blockers. But a few moments ago, Sadiku there, you seen him with that little float shot over the blockers, and that might be a key to this game as Mohawks really had a presence at the net, timing their blocks well. So we'll see if that little float shot comes into play later on in this game, as Mohawk seems prepared for the power that Humber possesses.
Yeah, if we know that blocks would play a big role for Mohawk tonight, you definitely know that the Humber coaching staff really drilled into their team's heads. That's going to be a big point here tonight. And you're going to want to have to change up the speed so that they won't get too comfortable here tonight. And how do you expect Mohawk to come out of this timeout?
For Mohawk, you want to keep your eyes away from that scoreboard. I understand it's 16-7. I understand you're down a whole lot. But the only thing that matters at this point is that next point. So all they could do is just slowly work their way back into this one and hope for better days ahead. But on Humber's side, they don't seem willing to have any courtesy for their visiting Mountaineers if they've taken control of set number 1.
No, they have not. As some would call these Hawks rude hosts tonight, just the way they've come out here tonight against the Mountaineers. But I just call that good volleyball. Nice little floater there, put up by Light. Wilkins there puts it over with authority.
Creative play by Mohawk.
Yeah, Mohawk's just barely able to keep it up as they put that one into the ceiling. And Humber gets awarded the point. They're up here now by 10.
Yeah, that's actually a fabulous play by Daniel Fontana, able to get a hand on that, but with the velocity it had under it, that thing shot right up to the ceiling as we take a look at it there. Poor Fontana, not much else he could do.
Yeah, he just tried to get control of that one, but that ball was just too hot to handle. That ball lands in, point to Mohawk.
Paul Wagner there able to find some open court. That's a nice play by him.
Paul Wagner getting ready here to serve. Trying to get Mohawk back into this set.
Fresh off his 28th kill of the season.
A nice spike there by Sadaku. And that ball, again, too hot to handle for the Mountaineers. And another point here for the Hawks. As Blakely Lopez checks back into the game.
Edward
Lai checking back in as well.
Third year from Toronto. He's a fresh face in this game. First time we've seen him tonight. Nice little float serve.
Oh, man. Not what you want to see if you're a Mountaineers fan here. As Kong and Cokeless just bump into each other. A little miscommunication there as the ball lands right between them.
Yeah, and I would have to say that is the libero ball as he takes priority. Nothing against Kong being aggressive there, but better communication needed by the Mountaineers.
Yeah, you have to always know where your libero is. As that serve just sails long, excuse me. And Mohawk back within 10. Elijah Lopez getting ready to serve for the Mountaineers. Second-year player out of St. Catharines.
Love that quick set made there.
Kong puts it over. Oh man, and a great attempt there by Lopez to keep that one in. But I believe that was Sadaku putting that one over the net for the point.
A little bit of a diversion there at the net from Humber as you've seen Sadiku go up, but he was not the one to get a hand on that ball. So getting creative is head coach Wayne Wilkins and his team.
Hilario with the serve. That ball's put up and blocked by the Humber front line. Another block.
Let's go for one more, but they won't need it.
That ball's put up. Gomes puts it way long. And again, Mohawk finds themselves within 10 in this first set.
Gomes riding that momentum for those last couple blocks. He fired that one, but that's well long, maybe a good 7-8 feet past the back line.
Owen Keegan getting ready to serve. That's Sadiku, just barely kept in there.
Great play by the libero.
Cokeless. And that leads to another point for Mohawk. And they're not done here yet. Humber 5 points away from this set, but Mohawk still sticking in there.
And this is what Mohawk needed, just string a few points together. Likely this set isn't going to go your way, but you're going to want some momentum leading into set number 2.
Yeah, exactly. You really want to finish strong, leading to a good second set. That's another point there for Mohawk.
Yeah, Cayman Wilkins there attempting the dig, but just couldn't get a good handle on it.
Owen Keegan getting ready to serve again. And it's a good one. That's a nice kill there. Blakely Lopez just able to paint the corners with that one.
And Gomes again with a little bit of a quick set, not allowing those blockers to get set up and prepared to take on that spike. So maybe that's something head coach Wayne Wilkins has seen when scouting these Mountaineers.
Sadiku with a good serve.
Kong with a rocket.
And Wilkins just not able to get a good spike down, leading to another Mohawk point.
Yeah, it took an unfortunate roll down the net there and just seemed to hang up there and find its way towards the umpire's chair.
The big man, Turkish Witch, getting ready to serve. Oh, Gomes, a nice cheeky play there. Another cheeky play. Mohawk just barely staying alive here. Ball put up. Oh, and a nice play there by Blakely Lopez to earn the point for Humber. And they're now 3 points away from a set.
Really like what I'm seeing out of Gomes so far. A lot of creativity. Never too sure what's he going to do with that ball. He's had a few high sets, some low sets, some pushovers on 2.
You said there, creativity really defines his game here tonight. That play's going to be called off. Oh, and sorry, that play's going to Mohawk.
Now the issue is that Coach Wilkins was looking for a timeout there, but couldn't get the attention of the umpire. I mean, but Wilkins doesn't seem too upset, able to laugh that off with his team up big.
Yeah, there is some room for error here. A little bit of breathing space for the Hawks in this first set, so not a big point of contention for him.
Yeah, come playoff time, I wouldn't expect to see that smile on Wilkins' face, but for tonight, he seems to be in a good mood.
Oh, nice big block there on the Wilkins spike. Wilkins again, and he's able to get past the block this time. As Humber goes up 23-14 here in the first set. And Gomes getting ready to serve.
Wilkins, not the biggest guy on the floor at 6'2", but does a really nice job of getting around those blocks from a much bigger Mountaineer side.
Gomes puts it up, it's a good serve. And Hilario, nice big spike there to earn the kill. And it's now set point here for Humber.
2 touches on that possession and 2 cannons. Gomes with quite the bullet of a serve, followed up by Hilario with a big kill.
Yeah, and this just goes to show how important it is to have serve. Really have that momentum going and keep that momentum. Nice, good serve. And that was Wagner there with the kill.
Wagner, really one of the few Mountaineers to get anything going offensively, as he's had a couple kills tonight. But as we mentioned, too little too late. Humber just a point away.
Yeah. Kong here with the serve. Hilario puts away that set with another massive kill. Humber wins that first set by a score of 25-15. And Adam, how do you think Humber performed in that first set?
That was an absolute no-doubter from very early on. Just Humber, it appears to be, I know it's still early in the contest, but just too much to handle for this Mountaineer side. The creativity at the net and the chemistry that they have so far tonight, it's going to be tough to beat.
Absolutely, you said it right there. Mohawk does have that really great first front line, though, but the Humbers are finding creative ways to get it past them all night thus far. It's been leading to a very fun game to watch here tonight.
Yeah, Gomes and Hilario really have kind of been the stars of the show thus far in set number 1. We'll see what lineup Wilkins goes with in set number 2, but I don't think you're going to have to change too much after a pretty decisive 10-point win.
Yeah, absolutely not. You do not want to change up too much after a very strong first set here tonight. And I think the mantra from the bench, just keep things strong, keep that energy you got going. Just keep lines of communication open. As we saw with the women's game, that was a little bit of an issue at times. But Humber off to a very strong start here tonight. And how do you expect Mohawk to respond in that second half?
It's going to be tough. I got to say, if I'm head coach Vinny Saporito, I'm not too sure what I'm telling my guys. I mean, there wasn't too much to talk about on a positive mindset, putting up just 15 points in that set. So I would say stick to your fundamentals. This is volleyball. This is what we practice. This is what we're here for. And the most important thing is getting off to a quick start. If they find themselves down early again, it won't be long before Humber takes set number 2 as well.
Absolutely. As we can see up on the scoreboard, Hilario leading the way for Humber with 5 kills, and I think all 5 of them were pretty massive. A lot of them just thrown down with authority, and not much the Mohawk players could have done with those was. And he also has a dig there as well to add on to that.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about Gomes and Sadiku there with a little bit of creativity, some floaters, a little this, a little that, but none are coming from number 5. He's coming with the heat all day long, or apologies, number 9. Yeah, as Hilario has been nothing but power so far tonight. He's not beating around the bush, and he's really just been putting kills down the throats of the Mountaineers. Absolutely.
Not to mention Sadiku and Wilkins having strong games of their own tonight.
Been a lot of contributors so far for the Hawks, and I'm sure they hope to keep it that way, as depth will be crucial as this season wears on. Still early. This is just the 5th game of the Hawks regular season.
We've seen, we mentioned before, a lot of creativity here, which is going to be very important for them to keep up. Not to get too stale, as they may be a little overconfident here heading into the second set. We'll see what happens, though. We're just about ready to get started.
Yeah, there had to be a little caution going into this game as possibly a trap game, as Humber finds himself in a very winnable contest, and they look forward to Sheridan, a big rival of theirs who sits 2-2 coming up. But the Hawks don't appear to be looking past the Mountaineers. They put on a clinic on both sides of the court so far.
Yeah, they've really done a good job just staying in the moment, just staying focused at the task at hand, and just keeping these Mohawk Mountaineers down. As we look to get things started here with the second set, as both teams take the court.
And those first 5 points might tell the story of this set. If Humber's able to get up early, I don't see them giving up a lead too easily with the way they're playing tonight. So very important for Mohawk to get on the board and get on the board early.
Absolutely. Mohawk will have first serve here in the second set. That's Daniel Fontana, but he puts that one right into the net, handing Humber the first point here of the second set.
Not ideal if you're Mohawk head coach Vinny Saporito. That's not the play you wanted to see to begin this second set.
Yeah, Mohawk definitely hoping for a better start there. Gomes with the serve, but that one goes long. And the score is now tied 1-1 as Mohawk has a little bit of a chance to redeem themselves after that first play. It's Elijah Lopez getting ready to serve now for the Mountaineers. That serve is good. Kept up by Wilkins to Gomes. Hilario, the big kill once again. Point to Humber.
And that's a tough assignment if you're a Mountaineer. When you see Hilario go up in the air like that, what can you do, as he's proved to be nearly unstoppable so far.
Yeah, has been great here tonight as Wilkins serves, and that's good, and way too hot to handle for Owen Keegan. That's another point here for Humber, as they're up 3-1 here now.
Wilkins has 14 service aces on the year. Make that 15 as he just added to it.
That's another good serve there. That Humber front line just keeping that one alive.
Collision between teammates there.
Wilkins puts that up. Nice little finesse, but it doesn't work. And a nice ball there, fired in there for the point. That was Raphael Light, I believe, with that kill.
Wilkins making sure all the fellas are okay. You've seen Sadiku there run into Gomes, but both guys able to shake that one off and no worse for wear.
Mohawk getting ready to serve. That's Paul Wagner on the serve.
Fourth-year guy, brings a lot of experience to this Mountaineer team.
Nice kill there. That's Colin Skanes, third-year player from Toronto, Ontario.
Getting up there, using that size at 6'8", as he soars up there for the nice kill. So seeing him show off his vertical.
In this second set so far, it's just been more of the same from Humber and Mohawk as the Hawks continue to motor on. But Mohawk gets a point there. So they're back into this one, only down by 1.
And that's what Mohawk's looking for. Just the basics, a nice kill there as it gets through Skanes.
Yeah, and they just really don't want to let Humber run away with this one again. Serve is good. Put up by Gomes. And that's Sadiku with a big kill there, putting Humber back up by 2.
Once again, a little bit of a diversion. Andrew Blakey Lopez, you've seen go up there, faking that kill attempt. Sadiku took advantage.
A nice little bit of creativity once again by these Humber Hawks. And that serve just sails a little bit long, almost in there, but not quite enough as that point goes to Mohawk.
The Mountaineer on the back line there seemed a little unsure. That's Elijah Lopez, but seemed pretty pleased when he turned around and seen the out call from the umpire.
That's Owen Keegan with the serve. It's a good one. Gomes puts that one up. Spike forward, that's Kim with it. To Gomes, that's Wilkins, it's blocked. Wilkins puts it up. Nice little cheeky play there by Blakely Lopez. Blocked by Humber there, and that'll earn a point.
Might have been one of our best rallies of the match, but it ends as all, or many of the others have, with a Humber point.
Humber back up by 2 in this set. That could be the play to fire them up and get a nice little streak going here for them, turn a few more points.
See Sadiku's teammate mock that peculiar serve style of his. A little bit of a chicken wing he puts up there as that serve goes long.
Goes way long there. That's just a point handed right over to Mohawk there. It looks like the big man, Alex Turkichwich, getting ready to serve. It's a good serve. Wilkins puts it up. Gomes and Blakely Lopez. What do you know, with another big kill there to put Humber back up by 2. That's a big rebound there from that serve before that just sailed way long. Blakely Lopez getting ready to serve again. And that kill attempt there by Elijah Lopez just a bit outside as that point goes to Humber. And Blakely Lopez with another attempt here to serve.
Gomes attempted that block right on the outline. Just went to his left to the outside of the court.
Ball put up, Blakely Lopez unable to get a handle on it. And the point goes to Mohawk as that ball lands out of bounds.
Yeah, Blakely Lopez in great positioning, just couldn't get those hands in time. As it ricochets off his fingertips.
Yeah, that ball's just a little too hot to handle. Serve is good. Gomes puts it up. Wilkins. Ball goes over Kim with it, puts up Gomes, Wilkins, and that one sails way long. point Mohawk.
Important thing here for Humber is to really make Mohawk earn their points. A lot of these points going the Mountaineers' way have been from missed balls, so hoping to clear up some miscues are the Hawks, and they appear to do so there.
Beautiful change up there by Hilario. It looked like he was going to smack that one down again, but instead just puts over the little floater, earning Humber a much-needed point there. It looked like Mohawk was getting ready to come back into this one.
Yeah, Mohawk, expectedly, they tensed up seeing Hilario take to the air there, but he drops in that little floater.
Yeah, how can you not tense up there with that big man there?
Wilkins showing some great athleticism there on that block.
Yeah, just unable to get it to his teammates, and that point will go to Mohawk there. We will see Elijah Lopez getting ready here to serve. Second-year player to St. Catharines. Gomes, Wilkins, that's blocked. Wilkins again, Gomes, Hilario, and he smacks that one down. And once again, Hilario now will be his 7th kill of the evening.
What do you do? What do you do if you're Mohawk? He's been unstoppable tonight. He's powering home point after point. They're going to have to find a solution, but I sure don't have it for him.
I don't have one either, and that's why we're here in the broadcast booth and not coaching or playing.
We'll leave that to Coach Wilkins.
Yeah, exactly. Kim puts it up. Gomes, Wilkins, and he sails that one long. Another point to Mohawk.
Yeah, the boys seem pretty excited. I think they thought that one was going to sneak in the backcourt, but
Adam, as you said before, Humber can't be just handing these points over to Mohawk, and that's what they're doing here just now. How many times, can't remember how many, lost count of how many times they put them either wide or long.
Yeah, Humber's really appeared to dominate the action, but still just a 1-point lead for them so far.
Mohawk in a little bit of trouble there. They get it over. Hilario not able to get it over as it hits the post there by the net. As it was set up beautifully there by Gomes, but Humber just unable to capitalize.
Jeez, see that power there from Hilario, almost broke that net there. It seems to have made it through.
Yeah, that post almost snapped off there by the looks of it. Wagner serving, just makes it over. Put up by Gomes.
Nice play by Sadiku.
Yeah, Sadiku there with a nice job of earning that point. Humber back up by 1. It looked like Mohawk was getting a nice little bit of momentum going. Humber snaps that right there.
I like the creative attempt there by Fontana. A little bit of a low set, but just didn't get it high enough.
Yeah, just not able to get it over the net. Another point there to Humber. Skanes with the serve, it's good. Nice. Gomes keeps it up, and a good job.
Nice push volley there to the backcourt.
Yeah, that was his only option. Oh, Blakely Lopez with a nice block attempt there, but it just gets by him on the right side, and Hilario just out of position, not able to get it.
Yeah, you'll see Hilario here on the replay, just a little flat-footed as that deflects past him.
Light with the serve. Oh, Hilario doing a great job there. That looked like it was Light, just unable to keep control of it as he puts that over the net, but out of bounds.
And that's one of the few times tonight the Mountaineers have even been able to get a hand on one of Hilario's strikes, and you see where that gets him.
That's his 9th kill of the night. Very impressive by Hilario as he puts that serve right into the net. And Mohawk's back within 1 in this second set.
And it can't all be roses for Hilario as he has that service error there, but with the amount of points he's given his squad tonight, I think Coach Wilkins will let that one slide.
Yeah, Hilario not exactly known as a serving specialist, but usually pretty capable in that department. Oh, a nice little cheeky play there. Turn Humber the point.
Yeah, Sadiku with just a little finesse, letting that go off the side of the hand. So we'll take a look here. Just drops it in the open court.
And he's another one of those names we've been saying a lot here tonight, and that's his 7th kill of the night. Very impressive by him as he gets ready to serve here.
Yeah, a little bit of fire and ice between Hilario and the power and Sadiku and the finesse that he showed tonight.
Yeah, nice little combination they've been here tonight. That point will go to Mohawk.
Surprisingly, the Mountaineers find themselves just down 1. It's just been a tightly contested set number 2.
Yeah, but as you said before, Humber was handing a few points over to Mohawk with balls out of bounds. Ball put over the net by Mohawk.
That's a free ball for Humber.
Oh, man. Wagner with the kill attempt, but a beautiful block there by, again, that Humber front line. Able to put them back up by 2.
Blakey Lopez with a solo block attempt, and he'll get it done, putting it right back in the face of Wagner.
Humber here continuing to look strong here in the second set, although they have not been able to pull away here. Ball put up, and oh, nice little bit of finesse there by, that's Elijah Lopez. Nice little change up there as everyone at Humber thought he was just gonna smack that one, but instead just gets a little tap on it and able to get it over the net.
Yeah, the block was timed well, but like you said, Lopez doing a nice job of being aware of that. Allowing to float that one over as that one misses by mere inches.
Fontana just puts that one just a little long. Not sure Humber was completely prepared for that one if that was going to land in bounds.
Sure didn't appear so. Maybe their eyes are just better than ours.
Looked like they got away with that one there. Oh, man. Light just not able to get his hand on that one as he wanted to, and he just puts that one into the net.
Yeah, not sure what exactly he was trying to do with that one. Seemed to kind of be in the middle of 2 options and pick neither. That one just floats into the net.
And as we, just as you say, Gomes puts that one into the net, putting Mohawk back within 2 in this one.
And Gomes not pleased with himself one bit. He knows what he did wrong. A little pep talk from Coach Wilkins will hopefully right that ship.
Elijah Lopez with the serve, and that's good. Oh, not, that's just a little too good maybe, as that sails way over the court. An easy point there for Humber.
Looks good off of the hand, but just kind of hung up there.
To Wilkins with the serve, just barely makes it over the net.
And once again.
Yeah, that was light with that one, but he puts that one way long. It looks like Mohawk here is going to call timeout as they're only 6 points away here from being down 2-0 in the second, or 2-0, excuse me, in the match.
All set long, we've seen Humber gifting points the way of the Mountaineers, but in those last 4 or 5 points, we've seen it kind of turn the tide. Mountaineers was hitting some balls out, giving some points Humber's way. They sure don't need it as they look to run to a second set victory.
Absolutely, but we are seeing a little bit of sloppy play here by Humber, maybe a little too over anxious. I don't know what to attribute it to, but just a little bit of mental errors we've seen by Humber today, or tonight in this second set.
Yeah, it hasn't been the most tight-knit, technical, textbook game of volleyball, but I liked what I've seen out of Humber so far. The boys seem very loose. They seem confident, joking, laughing around. Wilkins keeping control of his bench. He's had more experience than anybody in this field. So despite not a flawless performance, you sure have to like what you've seen out of the undefeated Hawks.
Absolutely, and what do you think Humber has to do here to close out this second set and go up 2-0?
Keep on rocking. They're playing so well right now. I wouldn't change a thing. You look at Sadiku at the net and Hilario at the net. Those are guys you got to feed more. Wilkins has had a phenomenal day as always. Just get it into the hands of your playmakers, and they seem to be doing a great job of that. As their top guys have really showed up tonight.
Exactly. Wilkins, as you said, having a phenomenal night. It's maybe not showing up in the score sheet, but he's been all over the court here tonight. With a beautiful serve there, just as we were talking about him, right on cue. And Humber back up by 5.
Yeah, he's racking up a few more service aces to his stat total as Wilkins now at 16 on the year.
Yeah, he's been huge in that department. As he puts the serve up there again, it's good. Oh, man. That's John Obi, the big 6'9" John Obi with that kill. And Humber up 21-15, and it looks like Mohawk will take their final timeout here in this second set, and why not when you're on the ropes like they are?
Yeah, you got a feel for the libero there as he just tried to float one back over the Humber side, but John Obi said no way. and stuffed it right back to the Mountaineer court. So it was tight for quite a while.
Yeah, and Humber finally looking they're going to pull away with this one.
Yeah,
but Mohawk still hanging in there, only down by 6. That's not insurmountable. But the way they've been looking, I don't know if they'll be able to come back from this one. You might just want to finish up the set strong, hopefully, if you're Mohawk, and set the tone for the third. But even then, that would be difficult for them down 2-0.
Yeah, the Mountaineers have been feisty. They put up a battle. They stayed close with the Hawks all night long. But as we get to that 25th point, Humber's just slowly been inching out a little further in the lead. And they're looking to complete the 2-game sweep and hopefully 3-game sweep as we look forward to the conclusion of set 2 and also set 3 yet to come.
Absolutely. As we mentioned before that, Mohawk's front line has been very effective, but Humber finding some very creative ways to get past them, really changing speeds and doing a lot of other things to get past that. Wilkins with the serve, just gets over the net. Almost, that was a pretty good job there by the Humber front line to try and block that one.
Yeah, Jasmine Kelsey and Obi there trying to get the block there. 2 big fellas, but that'll go right between them for a Mountaineer point.
Still a little bit of breathing room here for Humber in this second set, so that shouldn't irk them too much as Paul Wagner gets ready for the serve, and that's just long. That looks like it was set for the corner almost the whole way, but just barely misses. And Humber now 3 points away from wrapping up this second set and going up 2-0.
Yeah, that one just missed. A slight hesitation from the line judge there, but out it went is now John Obi. A chance here is a little conference between the referees.
John Obi gets ready to serve. Puts it over and it's good. Nice save there by Wilkins, or dig, excuse me. That was a nice dig there by the libero. Gomes keeps it up. Blocked there by the Mohawk front line.
Quite the rally going here.
Yeah, this might be the longest that we've seen all game. Gomes puts it up. Sadiku with the kill attempt, but that's saved. Mohawk puts it over.
Free ball for Humber.
Oh, and a beautiful spike there by Blakely Lopez to get the kill, and Humber now only 2 points away from wrapping up this set.
And there's the inconsistency on the side of Humber, and I mean that as a good thing, really attacking that back court throughout that rally, and there you see Blakey Lopez fire it straight down for a point.
Absolutely, that really makes Humber difficult to predict and of course difficult to defend against, as you really don't know what's coming.
Yeah, it really seemed to have the Mountaineers on their heels pushing towards that back court.
That was a nice little kill there to keep Mohawk in this one. Still down by 6. They're gonna have to be on their best shape if they want to stay alive in this set. But this set looks like it's almost over as Raphael Light gets ready to serve.
This one not necessarily out of reach for Mohawk yet, but it's getting fairly close to that point.
That's gonna be a net violation as Gomes just gets his hand over the net. And another point just handed over to Mohawk, as we mentioned before.
Luckily, though, Humber finds himself in a little bit of a cushion here with that 5-point lead.
Light puts the serve over, it's good.
A little bit of confusion.
Oh, Gomes with the cheeky play. Wilkins puts it up to Gomes. And that was Kelsey with the kill.
Kelsey, we haven't seen much of him tonight, just coming into this game in the later part of the second set, and he's really made his presence felt on the net.
And a big opportunity for him here to close out this second set as he has the serve here. It's up, it's good. Oh no, it misses.
Yeah, that one missed by a country mile over towards the bleachers there. Kelsey's able to laugh that one off as he gets razzed by his coaching staff.
Owen Keegan getting ready to serve. It's over the net. Gomes puts it up. And Wilkins with the kill. And who else would you want to be but then your best player there, Wilkins, and he puts that one away. Humber now up 2-0. And Mohawk is officially on the ropes here tonight.
Yeah, take a look at that play there by Wilkins. I don't know how in the world he got through both blockers, but somehow, some way he manages to do so for point number 25. And very quickly, it's 2-0 in sets to the Humber Hawks.
And for a while, that set looked like it was going back and forth, but Humber really able to pull away really in the midpoint of that set. And then they now find themselves up 2-0 here going into the third.
You see the Hawk mascot there getting this home crowd fired up.
How can you not be fired up with a real great performance here by Humber? We have seen a little bit of sloppy play from the Hawks, but overall a good performance.
Yeah, it's been a high-octane night. Plenty of powerful kills off the hands of Blakey Lopez and Hilario, and now Kelsey getting in on the action. It's been fun to watch, as it looks as though, unless they drop these next 3 sets, the Hawks are going to move to 5-0 and keep pace with the Fanshawe Falcons, who currently sit first in the conference.
Absolutely a big opportunity here tonight for Humber to keep pace with the #1 Fanshawe Falcons. Fanshawe, of course, having a very good sports program, always top of the standings in all sports, whether it comes to baseball, softball, basketball, volleyball, you name it. Great sports program there. And Humber, of course, same by them, and they're going to want to keep pace with them and hopefully keep this going and eventually leading up to the playoffs where they hope to win.
Yeah, we talked about keeping pace, and also looking to keep pace is head coach for the Hawks, Wayne Wilkins. Right now he's sitting at 337 career wins, only 7 behind his brother and head coach of the women's team, Chris Wilkins. So a little bit of a inter-family rivalry there as the Wilkins brothers, both head coaches of the men's and women's volleyball program here at Humber, sit very close in that career win number.
Absolutely, and seeing how great both these programs are, the men's and the women's, I don't think Wayne will gain much traction on his brother, as both of them will continue to pile up the wins undoubtedly this season.
Well, it tells you the kind of powerhouse this men's program is when Wayne Wilkins been able to keep pace with his brother, when that women's team has went undefeated for the past 7 years. They just recently lost their first game in 155 contests earlier in the week to St. Clair, but the fact that they're even close in win numbers against an undefeated women's team shows the caliber that this men's side had under head coach Wayne Wilkins.
Absolutely, pretty powerhouse Humber Hawks team we're seeing here. And Adam, how do you expect these Hawks to come out for the third set?
They're gonna come out firing, nothing new. Came out hot in that first set, a little sluggish in the second set, but got things under control and able to pull away later. But just keep on doing what you're doing if you're Humber. You have to like what you've seen. You've played well, you've seen the competition, you see how you match up against them. Now's the time to go get it. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the biggest margin of victory of any of the 3 sets we've seen tonight. I just feel as though Humber is clicking on all cylinders right now.
And as we can see the score sets here, do you expect to see a closer set for the third or something further?
It depends how these Mountaineers come out. I know we've said it again and again, but you got to start early against this Hawks team before they find, or they dig you a hole for yourself. So I wouldn't expect this one to be too tight, but hey, I've been wrong before. As Humber really looking to put a nice little ribbon on this one. They won the first 2 sets convincingly. Chance here to sweep.
As we said, Humber only dropping 2 sets all season thus far. It has only been 4 games, but that still is a rather impressive number as they look to keep that number down to 2 and finish up the game here tonight with this third set, with the sweep opportunity here, not only for them, but for the sweep for both the sides here, the men's and the women's here tonight, as it has been a great evening of volleyball all around.
Yeah, it's been a fun night at the Hawks Nest. Everybody in good spirits, seeing their teams get out to some strong starts to their respective seasons. And almost as entertaining as this volleyball matchup is the Hawks mascot, as he's having a good time with the home crowd.
And why not? It's been a great evening. And Silva Ferreira takes the court for the first time for the Hawks. So we get a little bit of a different look. And Gomes just about ready to serve to kick off this third set. He puts the serve up. It's good. Oh man, it's real good. As Kong unable to get control of it.
That was an absolute beautiful serve by Gomes. I could see the curve on that from our angle here at the side of the court. Phenomenal play by Gomes there. That serve is tough to return.
And he's keeping his reputation up as the real serve specialist on this team. And another beautiful serve as Raphael Light almost came jumping at us at the broadcast booth trying to get that one.
Yeah, hopped right over his team's chair set up there and came to visit us over here at the broadcast booth. So we just narrowly missed being pegged with that ball.
He didn't even stop by to say hi. How rude. Gomes puts that one up. Another beautiful serve. Oh man, he's on fire.
They're gonna have to figure out Gomes real quick before this one gets way out of hand. Already up 3-zip, and this is that quick start we talked about.
And you can see that slight hint of a smile on his face as he knows he's in the zone right now. As he gets ready to get that serve going again. Oh, that one just long.
And that'll put an end to that nice little run by Gomes, as he can turn around with a smile even after missing that one.
I was hoping for 25 in a row there, but we won't quite get to that.
Asking just a little much from the fellas tonight.
Oh, nice kill there by Wilkins. That's what you want out of your best player here, especially in this third set as you look to close this one out.
Yeah, Wilkins fired that one at the Mountaineers' best player, Kong, and those two do battle with Wilkins coming out victorious.
Nice serve there. And that kill attempt just sails long by Lopez, and that point gets handed over to Humber as they're off to a real strong start here in this third set.
Yeah, looking like more of the same after that strong ending to the second set. Seen the stats there for Wilkins. He's been impressive tonight.
And Wilkins puts that serve right into the net, handing Mohawk their second point of the set. And if they continue to hand over points here to Mohawk, they will stay hanging around in this game. So Raphael Light gets ready to serve. Puts it over, it's good. Oh man. A little bit of miscommunication there as Gomes looked like he was unhappy there with his teammates. Mohawk gets the point.
That's a big point there. Mohawk battling back from that 5-1 deficit that they found themselves in. As they'll collect another one. Wilkins gets briefed by the official.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion there from the Humber side, not too pleased with that point. And Mohawk back within one in this set. The serve is good. Gomes puts it up. And a great job there by Silva Ferreira to get that past the Mohawk front line and earn the point, just sneaking that ball by them.
Yeah, Silva Ferreira with his first chance to get involved on the offensive side of things, and he makes good on that attempt.
That will go down as his first kill of the night. Oh, Scanes there has to do a better job in that serve as he puts that one right into the net.
And he'll exit the game after that error.
As Kim gets back on the court.
We talked about Mohawk finding themselves in early holes. They were down 5-1 to begin this set, so nice work to find themselves back in it.
Yeah, showing a lot of fight here by the Mountaineers. Beautiful play there by, who do you know, it's Hilario. Once again, now he is in the double digits for kills here tonight, as he's been fantastic all evening, really.
The last thing Mohawks needs is Hilario to get on a roll again. 2 digs and 10 kills on the night.
And his serve is good. It's returned. That was Turkiswich just unable to get that past the block. And Humber with another point here as they are now up 8-5 in this third set as they look to close it out.
Yeah, Turkiswich unable to get too much going tonight as he's been unable to find his kills around the blockers of Humber.
Kim puts it up over the net. Set up there. And that was Kong there with the kill. Just too hot to handle there for these Hawks.
And there's Michael Kong. That's a name I expected I'd be saying a little bit more. He leads the team with 45 kills coming into this contest. He's had a hard time getting anything going tonight.
Yeah, he had a pretty good start to the game, but he was rather quiet there in that second set. We did not call his name much. Hilario puts it over. Kept alive. Gomes puts it up. Hilario with the soft play. That's Kong, puts it up. Gomes with it. Hilario, that's blocked. Nice block there by Kong, and he is really coming alive here in this third set.
And finally, an answer for Hilario as they seem pretty content with just feeding him play after play as they try to get the ball in the hands of their power guy, but he met the block.
Gomes keeps that alive. Wilkins puts it up. It's kept up by Kong. Kong, that's saved by Kim. Gomes puts it up. Wilkins, oh man, just kept alive there by the big man. Kim puts it up, Gomes, and
there it is.
That's Obi getting that big kill there to put Humber back up by 2. Nice little rally there by both sides.
Yeah, Mohawk showing some great hustle. Unfortunately for them, the ball found its way to John Obi, and he made absolutely no mistake on that one.
This is Silva Ferreira getting ready to serve. He puts it over, it's good. Kong unable to get it over. Wilkins puts it up. Gomes sets it. Hilario with the changeup, that's seen there. Fontana just unable to get it over and hands that point over to Humber, and they're up here by 3.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Hilario with that changeup, and for the libero, Koklis, he had to charge in hard as that blooped over the hands of his blockers. So that's a tough play to make.
Silva Ferreira with the serve. It's good. Fontana sets it up. But that one sails long. And Humber back up by 4 here, tying their biggest lead of this set.
The Mountaineers can't find themselves battling back from these holes, only to find themselves in another one shortly after. They're going to let this game get away from them. Yeah. They don't turn it around quick.
Absolutely, they're gonna have to get control of this game. That's a big point there for Mohawk to put them back within 3.
And that's Michael Kong. A great way to get yourself into this game is to put the ball in the hands of your playmakers, and Michael Kong proved that he could be that guy. So look for them to feed the ball his way more often in set number 3.
And Kong really making himself a big presence in this third set.
John Obi, a little fingertip touch.
Yeah, he's been good ever since he's come into this game. Wilkins, a nice little change up there. That's read well. And that point will go to the Hawks.
That one just barely missing. Close call there for the line judge.
Yeah, it looked like a pretty nice play there by Raphael Light. We've been saying his name a lot here tonight.
He's been active, one of the few bright spots so far tonight for Mohawk.
Obi with the serve, it's good. Fontana puts it up. Wilkins, the big kill. Fontana unable to get a handle on that one. And Humber up by 5 now. That's their biggest lead here of the set. And Mohawk will take a timeout here.
Yeah, I really like the timing of that timeout by Vinny Saporito as his team once again find themselves trailing behind. Up to 5 points now, so good timing on that timeout to calm the fellas down and have a chat about what went right and what went wrong, as they're gonna need a quick turnaround or that'll be it for their night.
Yeah, this set looked like it was just about ready to slip away from the Mountaineers here. as they will look to rebound, as they had a nice little bit after they were down 5-1 here. That nice little run going where it looked like they were going to stay with Humber, but Humber looking like they're going to pull away with this one again. And hopefully they will look to sweep this one out.
Yeah, similar storylines in set 2 and set 3, at least so far, as the Mountaineers really proved to be able to hang with the Hawks early on in these sets, but just the play from some of the stars on the Hawk side proved too much.
Yeah,
the Mountaineers, they'll need some type of response coming up late in this match if they want to stay in this one.
Yeah, Hilario certainly a huge presence here tonight. A couple digs and big 10 kills here tonight.
Yeah, you look up at that scoreboard and that big number 10 under kill really stands out. Hilario's had quite the night as he's padded the stat sheet time and time again.
Yeah, hard to miss that. As Obi gets ready to serve here again.
Obi's also been a nice little addition since coming in this game.
Oh, Kong just unable to get that one over the net.
A lot of shaking heads on the side of the Mountaineers.
That ball looked like it was set up pretty well by Fontana, but Kong just unable to get a nice play done on that one. Obi puts it up for the serve right into the net. Once again, handing Mohawk an easy point there. And they're back within 5 here. Kong getting ready to serve. It's a good one. Oh, man.
Love the play there by Gomes. You see him set up for that ball volley, planted his feet, got his hands up, and at the last second, timed that jump nicely, as we'll see. The replay here. Look, appeared ready to set. Nope. Switch it up on him.
Nice quick little slap there on the ball to put that one in. Beautiful point there. Nice serve. Kong keeps it up. Fontana. Oh, beautiful block there as Light tried to get it over, but is just unable to find his way past that Humber front line. Humber back up here by 5.
Yeah, unfortunately for Wilkins there, got a strong hand on the ball, but it does go out of bounds, so it'll be Wagner now on the serve.
He puts it up, serve is, that is good as it just lands in. Catching Humber all off guard. They thought for sure that was going long, but line judge says, no, that's good.
Yeah, Hawks seemed ready to celebrate that point there, but not so fast as the judge. That one just squeaked in the line.
Wagner again, good serve. Kim puts it up.
Free ball now for Mohawk. Let's see what they could do.
Let's Gomes keep it up. Kim. Hilario puts it up. Kong. Fontana. Oh, nice little cheeky play there.
Nice work by Lopez. See him there, eyes up the whole way, identified the open spot in that court, and able to find it right in the middle. Let's take a look here of that separation of the Hawks defense as no one within arm's reach.
Nice little precision play there by Lopez. And another nice cheeky play there, this time by Wilkins. That will be his 7th kill of the night, tied to his 4 digs, and he's been great here all night here for the Hawks.
Yeah, Wilkins awfully close on that pancake attempt, but just couldn't get it.
Serve is good. Fontana puts it up. And a nice kill there by Raphael Light to keep Mohawk within this one. Still, it's still anyone's set. They're only down by 3 in this 3rd set.
They could have used that more on tonight as Light. Really powerful kill there. That's not something we've seen from him too often.
Light with the serve, it's good. Kept up by Kim. Gomes sets it up. And the Hilario kill is blocked. Point to Mohawk.
I'm not sure if Mohawk even got a hand in that. That might have went right in the net, but that's the first miscue we've seen from Hilario really all night, as he's been almost unbeatable at the net, but unable to get that one over.
And that serve attempt was wide. And Humber back up by 3, and they're now 8 points away from putting this one away. So we got a bit of a personnel change here. Obi enters the court. He's been a factor in the late stages of this game. And Humber will certainly want him to come up big here. Serve is good. Put up by Fontana.
That was Silver Ferreira and Obi getting up on the block, but it was the shorter Silver Ferreira who got a hand on that to go wide.
It was the big man, Turkiswich, with the big play there during the point. Serve is good, kept up. Nice little cheeky play there. Ball kept alive. Kong puts that one long. Point Humber. They're back up here by 3.
Obviously not the play Kong was trying to make there as he put that one a good 5 or 6 feet past the back line.
Yeah, Kong really not having his best game here tonight. A few miscues here by him.
Speaking of miscues.
Yeah, Hilario puts that one right in the net. Get a little personnel change here for the Mountaineers as the libero, Cokeless, comes off.
As does Turkiswich. So a definite size advantage at the net as 6'9" John Obi stares at the much shorter Mountaineer side, and he takes advantage of it there.
And Obi there with the big kill, adding on to what's been an impressive performance by him here tonight. That'll be his 3rd kill of the evening. And Humber back on top by 3. Starting to sound like a broken record by that one with how many 3-point leads they've had here in this 3rd set.
At the very least, they've been consistent with that 3-point lead.
That serve attempt by Silva Ferreira is long.
Some fancy footwork there by the Mountaineers to avoid that serve as they thought it was going long, but had to dodge out of the way.
Fontana getting ready to serve here. 2nd-year player out of Amenthranth. Ball kept up. Kong unable to get it. Oh, he did get over, but that will go out of bounds as it went off the Humber players, that Humber front line.
See Kong put his full body behind that one, just fires it off the blocking hands. It'll find its way out.
Good serve by Fontana. Just able to keep it alive. Gomes puts it up for Wilkins, but that will miss wide.
That's out.
And Mohawk ties it up 19-all here.
Before this one, I got a little overconfident. I said this might be a blowout set, but big credit to the Mountaineers who have battled back and now forced Humber to take this time out. So they try to figure out what went wrong late in this set.
Humber here will definitely want to regroup as they have not looked too strong here in these last few stages of this 3rd set. And Adam, what do you think they have to do to get back into this one and take that lead back?
For the Hawks, it's time to focus back in. A few miscues, some serves in the net, some missed strikes. Just mental miscues that are happening in a game like this where they found themselves ahead most of the match. A lot of times it's tough to find that motivation and that focus when you feel like a game's out of hand, but we're not done yet. The Mountaineers are sticking around. It's 19-all. This set's far from done. Mountaineers have a good chance to force a very important set number 4.
Absolutely, this could be a big statement set really for Mohawk if they're going to be one of those teams that takes a set away from Humber, which, as we mentioned before, not many schools have been able to say that against this strong Humber Hawks squad this season, as they've only dropped 2 in the 4 games so far.
Yeah, even if the Mountaineers aren't able to make this heroic comeback and win this game, if they're able to take a set, that's a huge feather in the cap to take a set from a team who sits currently at 4-0. And as you mentioned, Andrew, just 2 lost sets so far on the season.
Gomes puts it up, Hilario, or that was Obi, excuse me. Gomes puts it up again.
That's Hilario.
And that will lead to another kill for Hilario. Big number 11 for him here tonight. And Humber back up by 1. They're 5 points away now from taking this 3rd and potentially final set if they win this one.
Seen that replay there. That's the 2nd time this game Hilario has put a kill off the hands of a Mountaineer defender, and it kicked up into the ceiling.
Nice cheeky play there. I believe that was light with that play. It's a nice setup there by Kong.
Yeah, great dig attempt there by a couple of Hawks, but just out of the fingertip reach.
Served by Kong is good. Put up by Gomes. Nice little trick play. Wilkins got it over, but saved there by the Mountaineers. And Light puts that one way wide. They thought they had that point there, it looked like.
Yeah, I think Light thought that went off the hands of a blocker, but both judges, umpires ruled no. So it will go to Humber. Ball now in the hands of Jake Gomes.
Yeah, it looked like the right call to me. That did not look like it was deflected. Good serve by Gomes. Put up by Fontana. Kept alive by the Hawks. Wilkins with it, and he puts it over for another point. Humber up now 22-20, and they're 3 points away here from sweeping this set.
So we have a look here.
Match.
Fontana found himself just a little flat-footed off that deflection, unable to dive and get a hold of that one.
That will force Mohawk to take their second and final timeout of this third set, as they will just look to stay alive here. And do you think Mohawk has any hope here?
Oh, they absolutely do. They put on a great fight in set number 3, really proved that they could hang with a top-notch program like Humber, but they're in tough now. Coach Wilkins and his squad, I'm sure they taste this finish. They want to get out of here early and finish in set number 3, but for the Mountaineers now, it's time to play spoiler. You got to get to 5 before the Hawks get to 3.
Yeah, a little bit of a tall task here for the Mountaineers, but these athletes are sure competitive, so you know they're up to the task. These Hawks look like they're fired up and ready to go. They definitely want to close this one up and get home early.
So here we go. Will this be all she wrote for tonight, or will we be back for a 4th set? We're going to find out in a few minutes.
And the serve specialist is back at it as Gomes gets the ball to start off this series here in the third set. Serve is up, and it's a good one. Kong keeps it up. Fontana sets it. Light tries to get over with a nice cheeky play. That is saved. Wilkins, oh, that was a beautiful play there by Wilkins. That's his 9th kill of the evening, and he's been very impressive here tonight. He's gonna replay that one.
2 more opportunities does Wilkins to catch Hilario for the kills record in this game.
Kept up by Kong. Fontana sets it up, kept alive. Put over, could be a free ball here. Light over, that's blocked.
There it is.
And Humber, it's now match point here for them as they look to sweep this one out. As we have the potential double sweep here.
That block there went to Maximum Crowder. That's the first time we've called that name tonight. So late in this third set, Coach Wilkins allowing him to get a hand on the ball.
Serve is up and good. Fontana sets it up. And that's blocked. But that point will go to Mohawk as they just stay alive here.
Absolutely. This has proved to be quite the tight set. Humber's going to have 4 opportunities to close this one out. Pressure now lies on Paul Wagner.
Wagner with the serve. It's good. Gomes sets it up. Wilkins tried to get the kill, but that was beautifully blocked by the Mohawk front line. And they're staying alive here, only down by 2. Although 1 point here for Humber is all they need to put this one away.
Yeah, if you're Mohawk, don't even peek at that scoreboard. You're taking this 1 point at a time.
And that's it. This game is over. Humber pulls off the double sweep here, both women's and men's, as the men's team takes this third set by a score of 25-22. And Adam, who would you give the player of the game here to tonight?
Well, it's the name I said over and over again. That's Rafael Hilario, who is an absolute beast with 11 kills. Tack on 3 digs. That's not a bad looking stat sheet for the night, as he was very impressive, and his power was unmatched on the Mohawk side, as they had no answer for him early.
Absolutely, and as we can see by the scoreboard here, Mohawk got closer and closer each set. It looked like if it's gone to a 4th set, they might have won it, but that is not how this game works. Is first 3 out of 5 to take it, as Humber does right here.
Yeah, I was very impressed by the Mountaineers' resiliency, as they hung in tight in the second and third sets, but unable to get it done. And a big win for the Hawks as they move to 5-0 and keep pace for those Fanshawe Falcons. Next up, they'll travel to Sheridan. They're sitting at 2-2, so another winnable contest as the Hawks look to continue this very successful season.
As you just mentioned, they will be going to Sheridan for their next game. That is a huge rivalry, so that is definitely one that they will want to take away.
But smiles on the faces, smiles on the coaches. It's a good night if you're a fan of Humber volleyball, as both teams, as you mentioned, Andrew, with the sweep on the night, all fans are going home happy. It's been a good night here at the Hawks Nest. A lot of fun calling these games.
Absolutely, it has been a fantastic evening here tonight. This is just the way that the Humber Hawks will have looked to close it out. This is how they imagined it.
So not too pleased are the bench players of the Mountaineers, but they can't be too displeased as they gave a very, very talented Humber Hawks team a good run for their money, especially in that third set. And for Humber, they're going to need to shore up on those miscues that they had in this game against some top quality opponents if they're going to really contend for the OCAA championship this season.
Yeah, Humber will have to tighten things up a little bit, work on that communication, but that will come as the season continues to go on and these guys continue to play together more and more. But Mohawk really doing a good job, as we mentioned before, staying with this very talented Humber squad, managing to get the score closer and closer each time. And they really came out with a lot of fight, and you really got to give hats off to them for their great performance here tonight.
And the scary thing is, if you're an opposing school, 7 first-year players on the Humber Hawks roster. So that's a young core that has a lot of talent coming into the future. And you look on the side of Mohawk, just 2 first-year players, tons of experience on that side, but they're unable to get anything going against the young guns of the Hawks. You see those final scores up there. Wasn't too close the whole way, but Mohawk kept it tight late. But Humber proving just too much to handle for the Mohawk Mountaineers.
Yeah, frustrating night here for the Mountaineers. Not the way they envisioned it, you imagine.
Similar result, though. The last time these two teams met, it was January 26th of this year, and Humber once again dominated Mohawk to a 3-0 lead.
And all right.
I'm Danny. Raphael, right? Raphael. Last name? Ilario. Yeah. Oh.
All right, and that will do it for us here tonight. We were Andrew Milani with my broadcasting partner, Adam Lucier, as we will hand it off to the interview here on the sidelines. It will be, looks like the player of the game, Lario there.
Yeah, it's going to go.
Yeah, excited to see what Lario does.
Good, I'm not used to English. Just 2 weeks, okay? I try to my best.
Just waiting. Oh my gosh. Okay. You'll see the red light and then
okay.
you're okay. You're first year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Honestly, I'm just going to say Raphael. I'm not even going to try to say your last name. Okay, we're going.
Okay.
Hello and welcome back to the Nest. My name's Danielle Dupuy and I'm on the sideline with Raphael. First year to the team, also player of the game. Great job out there. As a first year, as well as keeping the streak alive, you guys are at 5 wins right now. Where are you going on after this?
I think that we have a lot to improve yet. I don't know, maybe it's our 5th game, and we still have a long journey to reach. And I think every game we are getting better and better. I think that's the best thing about our team. Still.
Anything else you'd like to say?
Maybe I'd like to send kisses to my family that probably watched the game. I don't know, some friends from Brazil, and I'd like to say that I'm really happy to be here, and playing in front of this amazing crowd is such an amazing.
Well, good job today, and we'll be seeing you at your next game.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, guys, and back to the commentators. Thank you.
All right, and that will just about do it for us here tonight. I was Andrew Milani with my broadcasting here, Adam Lucier. From all of us here at the Humber Hawks Nest, thank you. Join us here next time.